Well, folks, Donald Trump is telling ghost stories again.
There's no president that wanted to do it. And yet every president knew. I've spoken to a certain president, who I like, actually, a past president, former president. He said, I wish I did it. I wish I did. But they didn't do it. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Which president?
I can't tell you that. I don't want to embarrass him. It would be very bad for his career, even though he's got no career left.
I just want to ask you about something very interesting that you've said twice today. That you talked to another former president about the Iran strikes. Was it George W. Bush?
No.
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Because
Barack Obama?
a member of a party, they have Trump derangement syndrome, but it's somebody that happens to like me, and I like that person who's a smart person. But that person said, I wish I did it. Okay? But I don't want to get into who.
Okay.
I don't want to get him into trouble.
Yep. Trump told reporters on Monday twice, once at the Kennedy Center board meeting, once in the Oval Office, that a former president had privately told him that he wished he had been the one to bomb Iran. And right on cue, every single living former president immediately had their aides deny it. Bush, they haven't been in touch. Clinton spokesperson, not Clinton. Obama, no recent conversations. Biden, not Biden. Trump went 0 for 4. It's a bad day at the plate, which Trump never has if the plate has McDonald's on it. But of course, after that, Trump said he didn't want to embarrass this mystery president. Quote, it would be very bad for his career, even though he's got no career. He said that he could even call this former president and ask if he could reveal his name. He didn't call. He didn't reveal a name because there is no name. There is no former president that he was consulting with. This conversation simply didn't happen unless it was a seance to summon Richard Nixon. And yet, this is the part that's almost too beautiful to me. Trump simply cannot stop himself. He can't resist the urge to add one more endorsement, one more validation, one more person saying, I wish I did what you did. I mean, Trumpadamus here bragged about predicting 9/11 in this same meeting. He said he wrote it 1 year before exactly in a book. Fact check, he did not. He's made this claim repeatedly for years, and it still isn't true. He also said that President Clinton had a shot at bin Laden and didn't take it, while literally standing in front of a crowd that was supposed to be hearing about marble armrests at the Kennedy Center. This man, Donald Trump, has a bottomless need for approval. I mean, he starts a war that most Americans oppose, watches gas prices spike towards $4, begs China, France, and all of our allies to send their ships to bail us out of Iran. And his thought process is to invent a former president who called him to say, great job. He needs validation. This former president, who doesn't exist, said that he liked him. And he thought it was a great move. And Trump can't say who because it would be bad for this mystery, made-up president's career. The career they no longer have. Folks, Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military in human history. And just to clarify things here, the cherry on the entire Donald Trump sundae, the only former president that Donald Trump has ever clearly liked and repeatedly described as someone who is smart and he actually gets along with is Bill Clinton. And Bill Clinton's spokesperson previously told reporters that Clinton last year publicly asked Trump to diffuse tensions between Iran and Israel. It wasn't Bill Clinton that called Trump to praise the war. It was no one called Donald Trump to praise him and praise his war. But some say on moonless nights around 1 a.m., you can hear the faint echoes of, "I'm not a crook," echoing through the White House.
They called it closed. filed away, forgotten. But some truths don't stay buried. Time doesn't erase guilt. A reckoning is always just around the corner. A death in Arcadia. Justice has a long memory.